I don't think I have to tell any of the business leaders here that depression and anxiety are among your most costly problems. Between insurance costs and lost work days, and certainly, if people have to take time off work because it's depression is the most common form of disability, has been for about a decade now. For a business leader who's in charge of, dozens, hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, am I going to put them in an environment, for example, where they're just sitting all day, every day, stressed to the max, without any, ability to move? Or am I going to build in a schedule where they get to, stand up and move around a little bit, interact with each other, maybe even provide a gym if we have the resources to do so? Am I going to, choose a medical plan that doesn't just pay for problems after they arise, but that actually perhaps rewards healthy behaviors? The cool thing about knowing about these specifics is you can literally, whether it's in a home, a school, a business, a family, whatever, you can literally build a culture that feeds happiness rather than a culture that feeds misery. And that has, huge things to do with retention of good employees, with productivity, because, an unhappy employee is not going to do a real happy job with your customer. Happiness breeds happiness. So rewarding the things that make for happiness and structuring those into the workday, I think, can be really, really powerful in a business context. And as I thought about my own experiences just as a person and as a mom of 5 and as a counselor, what I realized is that there is a system of things that tend to promote that happiness, that joy, that well-being, that satisfaction in life on the one side. And there are other things that tend to promote unhappiness, depression, dysfunction, even physical illness on the other side. And certainly with people that actively struggle with depression and anxiety, making some of those kinds of adjustments over to the right is crucial. And they're simple. They're just day by day, step by step little things that people can make small incremental choices toward. The more of those things we move over to the left-hand side, the more we literally invite disease, both mental and physical. And the more we choose to move over in those things to the right, the more we invite and cultivate happiness, joy, health, productivity. Those are day by day choices. And so in a very real way, happiness can be learned. Happiness can be cultivated, even in people with some of those diagnosable conditions, and especially in the environment that we find ourselves in. And I think it's going to be a skill that becomes more and more and more important in the world that we're moving into.